What's up, everybody? This is FM, and welcome here to my new channel. And I know some people are going to wonder why I'm starting a new channel, especially considering that on my main channel that I started up, it only has 400 subscribers. I just hit 400, which in the grand scheme of YouTube, I know that's a small number, basically. There are a lot of YouTubers that have been in it for a good while, and they have thousands of subscribers. But, yeah, like I said, my main channel is at 400. I'm fine with that, because I don't really focus so much on the numbers. And also, I felt like I needed to go ahead and start a new channel because there are some things that just don't fit into the other channel that I have. The other channel that I have is very much about my, like geekiness, basically, things that I'm into, like collectibles, comic books, movies, so I'm going to keep that channel running. But there are some serious topics I feel like I want to address, and also I am a poet. I like to write poetry on a regular basis, and I was sharing it on that channel. I felt like it just wasn't really fitting in. The views were very small. The feedback was very minimal. So I just felt like it wasn't a place for it anymore. And like I said, serious topics just seemed out of whack with that channel. So this channel is going to be all about my poetry, sharing my real life experiences, trying to give some advice. And I'm, like I said at the beginning of the video, I probably will have that little notice at the beginning of each video. I'm not a professional. I'm just somebody that's had a lot of life experience. I've seen a lot of observations. I've observed a lot, so I just want to share those experiences. If I can do anything at all to help some other people, whether it's to build up some confidence or to deal with anxiety or to deal with relationships, which is something I've written about a lot in the past, whatever it may be, if I can help people at all, that's what this is really about. So I want to say this as well real quick. I know that I don't have like a fancy background or anything. I just pretty much put the camera up and I just got to it because there's always a reason to procrastinate. I've been thinking about this channel for several weeks and just trying to figure out a schedule and just different things. I'm not even going to break it all down. I'll just say this though. There's always reasons to procrastinate, but at some point you got to jump in. You got to do the work. So even though I don't feel like I have the best background yet, and I'm not sure exactly what the schedule for this channel will be, there's still things to work out, but I just want to go ahead and get into it. I'm not going to procrastinate. I will say this quickly that even though I don't have a schedule yet, on this channel, at least once a week, I do want to have a poem. And I actually linked the playlist from my other channel on this channel as well. I'm not going to take the time to upload all those poems again. I think that would just be kind of ridiculous. So a fresh start on this channel as far as poems are concerned. But every poem that I posted on the other channel, you can check out through the links on this channel. The playlist is there. And then, like I said, one poem a week at least one video like this where I'm just talking about a general real life topic. And then I want to have at least one video that's about relationships and love, because again, that's something I've written about a lot in the past. So I'm aiming for at least 3 videos a week on this channel. If I can do more, then I will. There might be times when I film several videos in a row and then I just split those up and I have them timed out to come out over the next, couple of days, whatever it may be. That's really something I'd like to do. I think that would help me to manage this channel a lot more. So yeah, that's enough about all the channel information. You'll see all that develop if you stick with the channel, which I hope you will. But let's go ahead and get into this first topic, which is just a general real life topic. So I know some of you already are probably wondering, what in the world do I mean when I say that hate equals love? Well, what I mean by that is that let's start with love, okay? Because we all have our different definitions of love, but I think we can agree that love does require time and it requires energy. You could also say patience as well, but I'm mainly going to focus on time and energy. So it takes a lot of time invested to build up a relationship, to get to know somebody. It takes time that you got to spend together. You got to make time to balance out between your friends and work and all of that, for a relationship. So yeah, a lot of time is involved. And then, of course, it takes energy. A relationship can actually sap you in a lot of ways, especially when drama develops. So a lot of time, a lot of energy. Now, to hate somebody, to actively hate somebody, it also takes a lot of time and energy. So when I say that hate equals love, of course I realize these are different emotions, but I feel like if you could actually weigh these and put them on scales, I think they would actually balance out. Okay, so and think about it this way also with love. When you really love somebody, you might go to sleep thinking about that person. You wake up thinking about that person. You constantly wondering what they're doing. You're constantly saying their name, because they're constantly on your mind. So, yeah, that's love. Now think about hate. When somebody actively hates somebody else, they might go to sleep thinking about that person. They wake up thinking about that person. They always wonder, what's that other person doing? That other person is constantly on their mind. That's why they're constantly saying their name. Very similar to love. Okay, so hate and love, there are a lot of parallels going on there. And I'm going to say this, that what some people call hate is really not hate. What it is attention seeking. They really want that particular person's attention. Just like they are in love with the person almost. Because honestly, if you really hate somebody, you want nothing to do with them. Let me give you an example. This might sound a little silly, but let me give you an example. I hate Brussels sprouts. So when I have my dinner, you're never going to see a Brussels sprout on my plate. Okay. Now, if I truly don't like somebody, and I hate to even use the word hate because I don't actively hate people. That's just too much wasted time and energy for me. But if I really don't get along with somebody, I feel like I can't deal with them, I cut them out of my life. I don't deal with them. I'm not going to be around them. I won't bother with them. They're a Brussels sprout to me. I don't need them. Okay? So when people choose to actively seek somebody's attention, that is definitely passion. Just like with love, there's passion behind that. There's some real passion to it when somebody takes the time to, and let me use YouTube as an example. Somebody takes the time, let's say you're a YouTuber and somebody's always on your channel. They make sure they come to your video and they're that first person there clicking that thumb down, the old immature button. They're that first person there making sure that they do that. That's passion. When somebody always has to say something, little snide remarks to you or direct rude remarks to you or whatever, they might as well be complimenting you because they want your attention. They really want your attention. And if they take their time to write out, let's say, a long comment, you know how somebody will write comments so long that it'll say show more and you got to click on it and then boom, you see this huge passage. That might as well be a love letter because they really want your attention. And if you do block somebody, which you should do, if you have somebody that's really being a troll basically and constantly bothering you and you block them and they still try to seek you out on social media and find you online, it's like they already went to Friedman's and bought an engagement ring and they're trying to track you down so they can get down on one knee because they want your attention so bad. They want you in their life. There's passion behind that. That's not hate. There's really something more going on there. It's like a little boy on the playground pulling a girl's pigtails. Like they want that attention. And to me, it's kind of pitiful because if you want somebody's attention, obviously there are positive ways to get it. It's very immature to feel like the only way you can get somebody's attention is through negativity. Now, there is more to it, though, than that. Because there are, when you think about real trolls and people that really like to push buttons, that's very pleasurable to them. It may not even be so much about the specific people, but they get something out of it. Now, I'm going to keep this channel PG like I do my other channel, but let me say this in the cleanest way I can. For some people, that's what does it for them. Okay, adults know what I'm talking about. That's what does it for them. That's what gets them excited. Pushing people's buttons. Okay, and you should never give them that satisfaction. They don't deserve it. I have no problem, and I don't even need to say it to anybody, but I have no problem thinking to other people, you don't deserve my hate. You don't deserve my time and energy. You're not worth it. I got better things to deal with. And one of the better things I have to deal with is people that actually care about me. It's a shame that some people get so focused on their haters that they overlook the people that actually care about them. I think anybody that ever goes on Facebook and says, forget all of you, nobody cares about me, they go on these rants because one or two people upset them, they ought to be ashamed. Yeah, they ought to be ashamed. That is so disrespectful to do, because obviously you do have people that care about you and love you. You should never overlook, let's say, a dozen people over here because that one person got you upset. That is so disrespectful. You got to put your time and energy into the people that actually care about you. They're the ones that deserve it, not somebody that's hating on you. And by the way, Facebook is a good example, and let me use Facebook a little bit more here. Sometimes when people go on these tirades on Facebook, it's not really that they have haters, it's that they want to have haters. Okay, let me say that again. It's not that they have haters, they want to have haters. Because in order to have haters, you have to have something positive about you. And I think it has to be more than just looks and sex appeal. It's got to be more than that. Because those are very basic things that fade away. And let's be honest, and I'm going to say this directly to ladies, nothing special about that. I'm sorry. Especially for mature men, nothing special about that. If you have nothing more to bring to the table than your looks and your sex appeal, you're just a shell. There's nothing there. You got to have personality. There's got to be more to it. So in order to have hate, you have to have some form of charisma. You got to have talent. You got to have just be very personable, very warm, and people are drawn to you. There's got to be something special about you in order to actually have haters, because haters do get jealous and they can't stand that because they can't find that within themselves. Everybody has that potential. Everybody has potential to find a talent. Everybody has potential to inspire people, but some people, they don't find it. They just never find it. And again, and I know it sounds like I'm beating up on women, but I got to be real here. And women are not alone with this, but you have some people that focus so much on their appearance and how they dress and all these different things that they forget to develop a personality. So they really are hollow. Like I said before, like just a shell of a person. Nothing real there. So people like that, they try to fill up that empty space by claiming that they have haters because they want to feel like there's more value to them. But honestly, they haven't found it yet. It's not that they don't have value, but they haven't discovered it within themselves yet. So they really want haters because they want to feel like there's something special about them, but they got to find it though. So yeah, a lot of people that claim that they have haters, they don't. They're trying to find some haters. They're really trying to find some haters because they want to feel like they matter. And that's pitiful to me. Now, me personally, it's very easy for me to ignore haters because I'm not going to act like I'm 100% confident all the time. I do have some doubt within myself at times, and I think that's natural. We all do. As a matter of fact, I think self-doubt is actually necessary, because how could you better yourself as a person if you feel like you're 100% good to go, nothing needs to change? That's just not, you're not going to better yourself at all. You become stagnant. You don't develop anymore, so you don't grow. So I think some self-doubt can actually be helpful. Of course, too much self-doubt, that can stunt you, it can hold you back, but some of it can drive you to be a better person, to keep improving yourself. But I would rather deal with my self-doubt. I'd rather let that affect me than to ever let somebody else have an effect on me. As a matter of fact, whenever somebody puts me down, they say they don't like my shoes, the clothes I'm wearing, my hair, whatever it is, anything like that, automatically I feel pitiful for that person. I just feel pity for them. I'm like, it's so sad that because you don't know yourself, all you can think of to do is to try to bring me down by putting down what I'm wearing or, whatever it may be. These things that really aren't, they're just superficial. They're superfluous. They're like, they just really don't matter, so that's just pity. I pity those people. To me, that's pitiful. So I don't let that bother me, and nobody should let that bother you. Somebody with these little simple insults, and even some people that take it extremely far online, which I'm going to say this, I do hope eventually that the government and law enforcement cracks down, because I don't think people should be allowed to make threats against people's lives and get away with that. more of that needs to be brought down, because that's ridiculous. That is really taking it way too far, and I really hope that gets cracked down on it. And if anybody ends up doing time or anything like that for that, I won't feel sorry for them, not one bit, because it is ridiculous to threaten somebody's life flippantly. That is just absurd. But you know, that just the simple bullying, because that's what it is bullying. The bullying can definitely be ignored, and don't feed into it, because remember again, that's what hateful people want. That's what trolls want. They really want that attention. They want to push your buttons. And the main thing that they hate is indifference. If you can ignore them and just be indifferent to them, they'll get bored. They'll move along. And even if they persist, continue to ignore them, continue to block them. Because, you know, just let them be pitiful. Let them blow all that time and energy while you just move on and you enjoy your life. Don't let haters bring you down. Don't let them control your life. They don't deserve your hate in return. They don't deserve your time and energy. So keep it positive. You know, avoid that negativity. Don't even worry about haters. You just keep it positive. And yeah, I mean, I think that pretty much covers it, you know. So I hope you understand the whole concept about hate equaling love, because like I said, they're about time and energy. There's passion behind both of them, but you don't have to feed into hate. And let me share just something personal here real quick, because this is something else I want to do that I don't do on my other channel. And I'm still not going to get super specific here, but I will say there's been times when I kind of had grudges with family members, and I got to a point in my life where it's just, I don't have that energy for that anymore. It's such wasted energy to hold a grudge, and I'm especially not going to do that with anybody I share blood with my family. I'm not going to do that. Now, if I still can't click with them and I feel like I don't need to be around them, then, you know, it is what it is, but I'm not going to hold a grudge. It's such wasted energy, you know. And I mean, my family, you know, despite all our differences, I have love for them. There are a lot of friends I don't deal with anymore. I still have love for them. You know, a lot of people that I've met recently, they're great people. In fact, through YouTube, I've met a lot of people. I have love for them. And to me, love matters a lot more than hate. You know, don't let hate poison your heart. You don't need that. Just keep it positive. And that's going to be a big theme of this channel. Keep things positive, because you control that. So, yeah, let me go ahead and wrap it up here for now. And I definitely look forward to your feedback. Always with feedback, you know, let's be respectable to each other, because like I've been saying before, you know, like I kind of addressed already in this video, I'm not gonna put up with the hate. You know, I'll block people if I have to. I'll move on. You know, constructive feedback, I'm all for that. If people even disagree with me, I'm okay with that. You know, as long as you explain yourself. But if anybody ever says to me, you're wrong, done. I don't even want to hear anything else they have to say, because the way I feel is the way I feel. If you feel differently, express that. We can talk it out. But if you just say you're wrong and I mean, really, I'm done at that point. But, you know, let's be mature. Let's respect each other. Let's keep open dialogue on this channel. That's going to be a big part of this channel moving forward, because I do want to get to the point where eventually we are kind of having dialogues back and forth, and maybe I'm responding to some questions and things like that. So, yeah, I don't want to keep going on and on. You know, I hope you enjoyed this first video. Definitely share if you feel like anything I said has some value to people that you know. That would be important, you know, as well, and help to grow the channel some. Like I said, I'm not big on the numbers, but obviously I need some people here. You know, I do want to develop somewhat of a following and a community here, you know, because that's what this channel needs, obviously, to, you know, kind of spread the positivity. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and you all take care, and I'll talk to you again real soon.